Hello, here is the next module as part of the Code with Altino Facilitators program. This module is called Getting Started with Altino Crayon Programming. So what do we want to learn from this module? We want to be familiar with the Crayon programming platform and to know how to use Crayon to teach students about speed, time and direction. So let's look at the class resources you need to teach yourself. Firstly, you need to make sure you have an Altino robot, that you have a tablet or iPhone. They need to be synced using the app, and we've gone through that in another module. You need the blocks and the mazes, or you can use your own, and you actually need access to this module, obviously. So as described in another module, you need to use Crayon, you need to have the Orchestra Lite app downloaded onto your iPad or your tablet. We have gone through that in another module, or you can simply follow the instructions here. So click on the Crayon app once you've downloaded the app, the Orchestra Lite app, and let's learn about what Crayon is. It is a popular app developed by Scion Co in South Korea to use with Altino the robot car to teach students about sequential programming. That is, that a computer needs instruction about each step forward that it takes. It is a great teacher of speed, time and direction. So what I'm going to do now is put the highlighter on, pointer options, laser pointer, to show you each aspect of the Crayon platform. So here it is. You'll note at the top that we have different time segments, 1 second, 2 seconds, etc. You can actually program Altino to conduct various functions for each of these time segments. If you don't touch each of these rows, the robot won't worry about it. So let's look at these icons and which functions they represent. So for instance, here is the movement icon. This is the steering icon. This is the sound or buzzer icon. This is the lights icon. And this is the LED matrix. So this makes your program run, and this is what you can press to save your work. I'm just going to switch that off. At any time you can click back on this arrow to take you back to the beginning. So how do you use the screen? So when you look at the initial screen, you'll see a plus sign next to the movement. So you click on that plus sign, and then you click on that plus sign again, and then this is what you should pop up once you've clicked on that movement icon twice. And here, I'll just put the highlighter on again. So you can then use these arrows here to increase the movement. So for instance, to increase speed and to decrease speed for that second in time for the robot. And when you've finished, you click on here and that locks in that program. So that's pretty much how you use each of the icons. So same thing with the lights icon. So push that twice for each 1 second block, and you can see here if you click left, it will turn the left lights on, right lights, front lights, right lights. It's pretty intuitive, so you just have to have a play, and again, when you've locked in what you want for that 1 second of programming time, click on this button and then that takes you back to the beginning. So what I recommend now is you just play with each of those functions. Once you've done that and become familiar with how easy it is simply to click each button and to use the different function, use the lights, use the speed, manipulate that, and then you can think of some activities that you can use to teach your students about speed, time and direction. For example, make Altino move forward at a particular speed, then stop on the spot. More of a high school activity, it's quite difficult because the students have to work out the direction in time for the robot to stop on the spot if you've got some distance involved. Or to make it easier, make Altino move forward at a particular speed, then stop between 2 maze blocks that you've positioned for primary school level. You can make Altino display arrow direction on the LED maze as it moves left and right. You can make Altino buzz when it stops. You can make Altino move around an obstacle, then stop where it started. Now you should be able to use the Crayon app to do all of these activities. If you can't, please ask somebody's help, or please feel free to send us an email, and we'll make sure you can use the basic functions to set up these activities. Now we do have a Crayon module that takes you through some activities, and you can look at that on the Code with Altino area. But at the same time, please feel free to be creative and think of some great activities for your students where they can learn about speed, time and direction. Okay, that's all for this particular module. Thanks for listening.